Cheyenne Hawk pen power supply tutorial. So this video was requested by one of the fans on the channel, and it has to do with using aftermarket power supplies for the Cheyenne Hawk pen. Now what I'm showing you here, this is the Cheyenne Hawk power booster. It's basically an additional little piece that you buy for your aftermarket power supply to be able to push out more power necessary for your your Cheyenne Hawk pen and or products in case you just don't have the pen. This worked. I actually bought this for my other Hawk when I used to have this power supply, which is the Icon ES200. It's a smaller power supply, but goddamn, this thing is a kicker. And you don't really need a huge one. I have learned in my own experience, you don't need a fucking huge power supply to be able to do the things that you need it to do and work consistently. I've had this thing now. I've had this particular power supply for going on 3 years, 4 years. I've had this power supply. So I've had it for a while. I've had it for the larger chunk of my career. And it's never failed me, not even once. So, I mean, there you go. And basically, if you guys haven't tried it before, it works the same way as every other tattoo machine. All you have to do is this time you plug the power booster into the power supply, and then you plug the cord that goes from your machine into the power booster, because it has to be an intermediary kind of thing. You have to make sure that it's in the middle doing the job that it needs to do to be able to boost. And I'm doing my little quotation fingers so you guys can see. And I will have the link to both the power booster and the ES200 down below in the description, so you guys can go ahead and find it in case you would want to buy either of these. But the original fan requested that I would show the voltage. This specific power supply does not have a voltage meter, doesn't have a gauge, it doesn't have a digital output, it doesn't have any of that shit, because this is for a more traditional machine, and you can kind of just hear your coil machine do its thing. When you're using a coil, it's all about how it sounds. You know how the front spring works, back spring works. You know what your machine should sound like. It's kind of how your car runs. If you tune it right, then you know that your car is running good, and you're like, oh man, that's a sexy purr. Yeah, do me right, baby. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Anyway, basically, that's how it is. But I wanted to show you this so you can at least see how the setup is, and then later on in the video, you'll see coming up shortly, that you can adjust it by voltage. So now that I got that out of the way that it works is you're gonna want to have your machine running anywhere above 9 volts. So it runs legitimately between 9 and 13 is the shutoff. So this machine anywhere underneath 9 volts turns the fuck off and does not work. Or anywhere above 13, it turns off as well, as like a fail-safe. It's something that they put, at the company, so you don't run your machine all the way high and blow it to fucking hell. So it's pretty much a fail-safe that it has. And with the power booster, that's even more intensified. If you didn't use the power booster, your machine wouldn't run as smoothly. I did try it before without it, and it just didn't work as well. And I just didn't get a consistent flow of power to give me the same, that packs the punch. I mean, I ultimately upgraded to getting, the Cheyenne Power Unit 2, which is the one that is mandated for this machine. So, I mean, that's that. As long as you stick with the Power Unit 2 that goes with the machine, then this won't even be an issue. But I just had to put that out there so you guys know. And here I'm pretty much showing you how the ES200 works. You see, it doesn't really have a stop or go kind of thing. It's more like clockwise it turns on, and counterclockwise it turns off. So you can only rev the machine all the way to 13 before the machine's failsafe cuts on and pretty much tells you, you know, fuck you, I'm not going to do that. And I just wanted to kind of show a close-up of the needles running back and forth when it came to that. But once you bring it down past 9 volts, then you're in the clear. You're good. You don't have to worry about the machine running without any problems. And again, it runs fine with the power booster. I've never had an issue with it myself. I've also never used any other power supplies that hasn't been this icon for the Cheyenne products. I've used other power supplies for coils, but never for the Cheyenne Hawk products. So there you go. And I wanted to take the time and also show you another power supply. This one has a voltage meter, excuse me, but this is an older one that I used to use. It's one of those like off-brand HoriKing power supplies, because at one point, you know, the struggle was real, homie. So your boy had to use what he had. So at this point in time, if you look at the very top, it's kind of cut off and fucked up. But right now it's at 4 volts, and you see me cranking it up, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. At 9, there you go. It cuts on, you know? And once you get it to 9 volts, the machine runs with no problem. It's a pretty consistent flow of energy and power, and the punch is pretty high. It doesn't really matter. This has the cool thing that shows you the hertz and the duty, and then it has 2 settings, one for a liner, one for a shader. Again, this is from when your boy didn't have the knowledge or the money, Jesus. So that's pretty much what I used it for. And once you get it past 9 volts, it pretty much shuts off once you get to 13. Again, this is a bad example because this is an old power supply. I just wanted to show you in voltage what the fuck was going on. But basically that's it. If you guys enjoyed the video or have any questions or concerns, please go ahead and leave them in the comments for me. Give it a thumbs up. It really lets me know that you guys are enjoying these videos, and I will keep making these videos as long as you guys keep requesting them. I have no problem with that shit. So, as always, take care. Happy tattooing. Peace out, you guys.